the ultimate guide to open-face Chinese poker. Chinese poker is an interesting variation of regular poker. It uses the same hand combinations as most regular poker games. You can use 3 of a kind, straight, flush, full house, quads, and so on. We start the game by dealing 5 cards to each player. Once the cards are dealt, the players begin to create 3 hands. There are 3 cards at the top. This is called the front hand, 5 cards in the middle hand, and 5 in the back hand. These hands have to be put in certain ranking order. The top hand has to be the weakest, the middle hand has to be stronger than the top hand, and the bottom hand stronger than the middle. One of the most important concepts of Chinese poker is making sure you avoid fouling. Fouling your hand happens when the cards don't follow in ascending order. When the order is invalid and the middle row is stronger than your bottom row, for example, you lose the round and each of your hands is worth 0 points. There are different types of open-face Chinese poker. In regular OFC poker, the player is dealt 5 cards up front, then 1 card at a time, until 3 hands are created. The pineapple version speeds things up. The players are dealt 5 cards up front, then 3 during each round. They can use 2 of these cards and discard the 3rd one. Pineapple deuce to 7. Players are dealt 3 cards per round and need to create the lowest hand possible in the middle row. The middle hand should not be stronger than 10 high. The strongest hand you can create is 7-5-4-3 deuce. In this game, the players go to Fantasyland if they place 2 kings in the top row. Progressive pineapple. The player receives more cards in Fantasyland. More about that later. Turbo. The players are dealt 5 cards at the start and then 4 each round. Before each game starts, the players agree on the point value. For instance, 1 point equals €1. You can earn royalty bonus points for playing certain hands in front, middle, or backhand. For example, you win 17 bonus points for set of 9s in your front hand, 20 points for quads in the middle, and 15 for straight flush in the bottom hand. Fantasyland is a special bonus feature for each player who manages to make a hand equal or higher to 2 queens in the front row and not foul. When Fantasyland is achieved, the player is dealt a new set of cards, gets to see all of them up front, and can create the best possible hands out of them. The opponent can't see your cards, which gives you a big advantage. In regular OFC, you are dealt 13 cards. In Pineapple, you get 14 cards and have to discard 1. In Progressive Pineapple, the player receives 17 cards if you get anything above or equal a set of 2s on your front hand. In order to stay in Fantasyland, you need quads on bottom or trips on the top hand in most variants of OFC. How is the winner determined? You determine the winner by comparing the cards between players row by row. You get 1 point for beating a corresponding hand and a 3-point bonus for beating all your opponent's hands. If there are more than 2 players, every player has to compare their top, middle, and bottom rows with other players' corresponding hands.